How's it going, guys? Double Wide 6 here, and today I have a small project going on in the back of my truck, and I wasn't going to film it, but I decided some of you might like this, so I'll show you it. Alright guys, here we go. Basically, we went on vacation, and I didn't have a cap or cover on my truck, so I wound up getting a tonneau cover, so I put that on, and it has these aluminum brackets here, and they're on these rails. And to put that on, I had to remove my tie downs, which were in here because this thing will cover it up. And I really need some tie downs. You can't tie on to this aluminum, at least not with anything really heavy, because it's just not strong enough. And I have some tie downs down low, but they don't really work. A lot of times I have garbage cans standing up in the back of my truck, and if I tie them down there, it's too low. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to make some hooks, and I already made one. It's just a little brazing project that I did using a chain link and a bolt, and the plan is actually going to be to bolt this thing onto the rail here. So I'm going to drill that out and put that hook on there. And I'm using a chain link, and I just wanted to actually make sure that this thing was like the perfect size. So I looked at some of my straps that I use, and that will fit right in there. I have another one on my ratchet tie down that's a double, and that'll fit through there nicely too. So that's why the chain link works so well. So I'm going to fab one of these up, and I'll just bring you along for a ride. Alright, so I cut a chain link and I cleaned it up. I also flattened the edge on the grinder, and then with the bolt I just ground it nice and flat to get the letters off the top, and we'll just set that in the vise. Chain link on there, and the nice thing about brazing is you don't even have to clamp it. So we're going to heat this thing up, and usually the steel will turn like a reddish color when it's ready to braze. Takes about 30 to 40 seconds to get something this size nice and hot. And you can see it's starting to red up. So I'm using these flux coated brazing rods. They're pre-fluxed, which is really nice. So I got the bolt, or the chain link nice and red. I'm trying to get that bolt head to turn red too. And then I can apply my braze right on there. And I'm going to run some up on top. It's almost like working with solder. You can see how it just moved like that. Gotta back it up a hair here. Alright, that should be pretty stuck. We'll give it a few minutes to cool down. So here's what it looks like before any cleaning up, and you can see that you have that black on there. I believe that that's from that flux coated rod. So I'll clean this up and show you what it looks like. Alright, so I cleaned it up a little bit, and I didn't get everything. There's still some black on there. I'm not quite sure how exactly you're supposed to clean this up. I just used a wire brush, and you can see it almost looks like gold, but it's actually brass. So good stuff. Well, if you're wondering about the strength of the weld, I know I am a little bit. I have a nut actually on that bolt. That's why that thing's turning. But that's pretty good pressure, and that's a big screwdriver. I'm not seeing anything. And we'll try it this way. You can see the nut coming out of the vise. Let me try that one more time. Yeah, so as you can see, that baby's still on there. It's on there tight. So here it is. I have it hooked in there with a ratchet tie, and you can see it's in there nice and tight. So here's how tight it is. I mean, it's really cranked tight. I think I could even bend the steel here if I cranked it hard enough. So I'm pretty happy with that. And yeah, that is on upside down because the thing's twisted. So what I really like about this is, like, every week I end up taking my garbage cans to the dump, and I don't want them falling over and moving around. So I usually put them against the gate of the truck, 1, 2, 3 right across. And now I have a nice tie down hook that's nice and tight, so I can run my strap across the cans. And I usually use one of these guys, and I'll just pull this nice and tight, and really that's all you have to do, and that should secure everything really nice for me. In fact, I like this so much that I think I'm going to put them up front too, because I have the same problem where I can't tie on anything up top. Sometimes I get into where that hole is, but even that's a tight squeeze with some hooks that I have. Alright guys, I got the job finished up, and a few of you were asking what brazing rods I use, and these are just 1/16 inch thick flux coated by 18 inch rods, and they're actually made out of bronze, and they work real well. They're easy to use, a little bit pricey, but I'll put a link in the bottom in the description. You can check them out if you're interested in them. So anyhow, thanks for watching, and hopefully you enjoyed this little video. See ya.